This video is going to assume you have little to no knowledge of OBS and want to record Fortnite. This tutorial also assumes you have a GeForce graphics card. If you have an AMD card, this video is not aimed at you. When you first open OBS, it might ask you what you're going to use OBS for. Just hit OK or cancel out of it. Your OBS should look something similar to this when you first open it. Go to the bottom right and click on Settings. The first tab we're going to go to is the Output tab. At the top of this window, it's going to say Simple by default. Change it to Advanced. Once changed, go ahead and click on the Recording tab. Go here and click Browse and select where you want to save your videos to. After you've chosen the location, we're going to come over here to the recording format. I recommend doing MKV over MP4. With MKV, if OBS were to crash, you could still recover your video. If you choose MP4 and OBS crashes, you're gonna lose your footage. I'm using a GeForce 2070 Super, and so the encoder that I use is the NVIDIA NVENC H.264 encoder. There might be a better option if you have a better graphics card, but this one works for me. If you plan on recording all of your audio on one track, you only need to make sure that one is checked in the audio track area. If you want to separate your mic from your game audio so you can edit the audio separately, then select 2 as well, but we'll have to do some more later on in the video. Now scroll on down to see the encoder settings. I recommend using CQP. CQP allows the encoder to detect what's going on in your recording. If you're just standing still, then it will record with less bitrate, resulting in a smaller file size. And when a lot is happening on screen, it will use more bitrate. The CQ level is a number between 1 and 30, with 1 being the highest quality and 30 being the lowest. From the research I have done, 16 is the recommended number for a balance between quality and file size. I typically use 20, so I'm just going to stick with 20. If you find your videos dropping frames or the file sizes are too big, you can come back here later and change the number accordingly. Another rate control you can use is CBR. This just allows the bitrate to record constantly at whatever bitrate you enter. For 1080p 60 FPS, I'd set the bitrate to something between 10,000 and 15,000. Again, you can come back here later and mess with the number to get the results you're looking for. This is everything we're going to do in the Output tab, so now let's move on to the Audio tab. For most people just getting into recording, we're only going to change 2 of these options. Desktop audio will set to whatever your desktop audio is. If you're not sure, just click on the audio button in the bottom right of your PC and it will show what your audio device is. With that selected, move to the mic audio and select the microphone you're using on your PC. That's it for the audio tab. The last tab we're going to be using is the video tab. For this tutorial, we're going to set it up for 1080p 60 FPS. So I'm going to change the output resolution from 720 to 1080 and change the FPS from 30 to 60. With all of our changes complete, we can go to the bottom right, hit apply and OK. Now is a good time to open up Fortnite, so go ahead and open it up and have it in the background. You can also just move OBS to your second monitor at this point if you have one. With Fortnite now open, there's a couple of ways to get it to show up on OBS. The first method we're going to do is right-click in the Sources area and go to Add. Find Game Capture and name it Fortnite, Game Capture, or whatever you want. Click OK, and by default, it's set to capture any full screen application. If you're not seeing Fortnite being detected, we can click right here and change it to capture specific window and find Fortnite. There's also some options down below you can mess with, such as capture cursor, which will hide your cursor if you don't want it showing up in your recording. Go ahead and click OK. With this method, you will only record the game and nothing else on your PC. So if that's your goal, then just stick with Game Capture. If you want to capture your entire desktop, simply right-click in the blank area in Sources again, go to Add, and find Display Capture. Name it whatever you want, hit OK, and now we have a new window. I keep Capture Method on automatic, and you can change your display in the drop-down. This will capture everything your desktop sees on that monitor now. Again, you can select if you want your cursor to capture or not. Hit OK. If you want to record your desktop audio and mic audio separately and selected the 1 and 2 boxes earlier in this video, then there's one last thing we need to do. Right-click anywhere in the audio mixer area and hit Advanced Audio Properties. On the right, there is an audio tracks section for your desktop audio and your mic. For the desktop audio, uncheck all the boxes except 1. For your mic, uncheck all the boxes except 2. Once you're done, you can go ahead and hit close. Now you can hit start recording and see how your footage looks. If you want to see if your recording is dropping frames for whatever reason, go to the top of OBS and hit Docs. Find Stats and this window will appear. You can drag it around, and if you maximize OBS, you can attach it to wherever you want. While you're recording, if your video is dropping frames, then this area will tell you. If either of these are red and the number keeps going up, then you need to to change some settings to lessen the load on your PC. You can do this by going back to the settings and changing the resolution, FPS, rate control, etc. If this keeps happening, then your PC might not just be strong enough to record. Hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching.